You know, I would be like, "But send me that video before you put it up."
It ain't no.
Promise you. You told me.
Okay. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom.
It ain't no.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we would love to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah.
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, taught us his truth. Blessings and safety to the men, women, and children that believe on the name Yahawah, and truth and sincerity. To you, we say shalom. All right. And hey, man, this is going to pretty much be a quick hit. Okay. And the scripture of the day is Sirach 2:10. Okay. So we're going to build off of that, man. And you know, because, hey, man, you know, and it's truth, man, you know, the Lord is going to put us through, you know, trials and tribulations, man. Okay. Trials and tribulations are a must, man. Okay. Because this truth ain't just about, you know, going on the highways and hedges, cussing out Esau and cussing out 2/3 of our people, man. Okay. And then we just going to sit back and then we're going to wake up and then here go the kingdom, man. Okay. We're going to experience some difficulties of this thing, man. All right.
And that's why the scriptures say through much tribulation, we shall enter the kingdom.
That's right, man.
Anything that's worth having, man, is worth working for, fighting for, man. You might even have to die, man, just to live, man.
That's right. And then, you know, this pretty much been a test. Okay. Well, practice test. Okay. Training, spiritual training, man. Okay. That quiz is approaching, man. Okay. And that quiz represents Jacob's trouble. Okay.
Basically, get to the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs. Yeah. All right. And the kingdom is going to be the kingdom is going to be that championship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So without further ado, brother, open up with that Sirach 2:1. 2:1. I want 2:1.
This is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. When you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul to be tempted, man. Okay. The Lord has many ways he could tempt you. Okay. The Lord can take everything out, take all of your possessions, man. Okay. The Lord can take away your children, your wife, okay, your family. He can take away your job. He can take away your vehicle. Okay. The Lord can he could try you on all types of levels, man.
So basically what your brother is saying is he could try you mentally, he can try you physically or spiritually. You feel me? In all aspects of your life, because you got different aspects, you feel me? Aspects of life.
Yeah, but everything is spiritual before it's cardinal, you know? So yeah, when you come into this truth, man, you got to prepare yourself to be tempted, man. And a perfect example of one of our forefathers that was tempted was Job, man. Okay? Because at the end of the day, man, the Lord want to see if you want to keep your integrity, man. Okay? If you're going to ultimately keep your faith, man. Okay? Because a lot of people, okay, once they begin to go through trials and tribulations, man, they back up. Okay?
Because in the world, like, you don't move like that in the world. You don't just sign up for some shit you don't know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You know to what degree the job you apply for, sports you apply for, whatever you apply for in life, shit, you know some type of it. That's to some degree what it entails. So that's what Yahawah says. He said, count the cost, man.
I got it right here for you.
That's cool.
It's Luke 14, and I'm gonna get straight to Luke 14:28. It says, "For which of you attending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and count up the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?" And it's just like a person, an architect, man. Okay, they don't just start building. They create what you call a blueprint. Okay, once they got that blueprint, they see if they have enough funds to buy the material and to get the laborers. See if they have enough funds to be able to manpower. Okay. Yup. They see if they have that. Okay. And then also they you know, they don't just start building. Okay. Once they got those different things calculated, then they begin to build. Okay.
They even have something called a miniature scale of it. Like, yeah, they have, like, you'll see it, they have a miniature scale of it, a model, if you will. And then they, you know what I'm saying, they proceed from that point.
Blueprint.
No. The blueprint is just like the layout, but they have like a literal
rough draft.
No, a literal.
Oh yeah, image of me,
mini model. You know what I'm saying? Of what it's gonna look like.
All right. It says this though: It says, less happily he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, and all that behold it begin to mock him. And we witnessed that a lot, man. You know, brothers who come into this truth, man. Okay, and then they start catching hell, and then they back out, man. And then guess what, man? They begin to be mocked. You know, and that's going into, like, you know, brothers speaking about him. You know, talk, hey man, this guy came in the truth. Hey, brothers upload lessons about him, you know, because he didn't go ahead,
Some Proverbs, I just got a precept.
Go ahead, you got it, bro.
I got one for you too.
Go ahead.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, and stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Right.
And that fire is talking about the furnace of affliction, man.
Yeah.
You know, to try to see what you really made out of.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
says,
Answer that, because if I put fire to gold, it ain't gonna burn up.
exactly, it's gonna be
It's gonna
purified.
be purified.
If you put fire to
It's gonna get
silver, it's gonna get purified. It's gonna be better. If you put fire to precious stones, it's gonna be purified. It's gonna be better.
Yeah.
Hey, even with when you're trying to polish stones and stuff like that, it causes friction. You need friction. At first, the stone is rugged, it's dirty. You know what I'm saying? Got all different type of sharp edges. But then once you, I forgot the specific term it's called. But once you start, you basically start trying to make it smooth, it causes friction, and it's like it's an uncomfortable feeling, man. You know what I'm saying?
Two thirds of our people, you put is the stubble. You feel me?
Right.
Once that fire hit, it's gonna burn their ass up.
Yeah, the scripture gonna go into it. It said First Corinthians 3 and verse 15. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Yeah, wait.
And that
No,
made me also think, you know, when you see these different stores that say we buy gold, because you have, it'd be a lot of niggas from out of town that be coming to different cities, and they be having like gold chains, and they may say 14 karat on it, and it may look real, but it's called gold plated. So when you go into a store that say we buy gold, they're not gonna just look at the chain and say, oh, 14 karat, what you want for it? They're gonna try that gold to see if it's real, man.
So lucky I skipped it, but I'm gonna bring it back. 1 Corinthians 3 and 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest or shown, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
As the scripture talk about, we that endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
Exactly.
The thing that can stand the fire is something that can endure, that is adorable. You know what I'm saying? It is not burnt up by the fire. It's not. It's only scar that happens from the fire is that purge. Man. That's the only scar that happens to something that can endure that flame, bro. You got to
because Smart, you mentioned with the furnace of affliction, right?
Yeah,
because you go through things in the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you go through heartache, heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? You catch hell, you lose money. You know what I'm saying? Cars, like carnal possessions that you cherish. So it's like the Lord want to see if he can strip those things away from you, or you still gonna remain hold your integrity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Which like I mentioned, the scar, that's a good scar.
Yeah.
Because now you know balance, now you know patience, now you know other things that you didn't know that's gonna keep you going in life.
Yep.
Like I'm not talking about like in this, I'm talking about in life as in YAHWASHI, like keep you going in him.
Yep.
All right. That's a good scar.
Yeah, right. Because and then too, just to add to that point, and there can be other things. It can be things like scoffers coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get confounded by a scoffer, then he break your faith, and then all of a sudden this ain't the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or a brother can offend you, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you get to that point, you like, man, I thought the brotherhood was supposed to be this, and then you like, nah, bro, look, this is a real life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gonna run into all type of situations in the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna bump head with brothers, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get in, it's all like, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be shit that the woman gonna come up against you, like it. So the Lord because Satan knows us, right? Satan is a spiritual entity that knows each and every one of us, and he know how to mess with us. So he gonna pick at you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta take a step back, like, okay, this is Satan, bro. He trying to break me, man. And you gotta You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, you gotta fight, bro. A fight ain't, bro. And Satan is the perfect enemy, bro. That nigga in the ring, and he know, he what you call a pressure fighter. He don't. That nigga. Remember I told y'all, Satan, he worked double shift. He don't clock out. That nigga don't clock out, bro. No lunch break. Yeah, no lunch break. None of that, bro. He just on the clock, bro.
What's the worst fighter that react?
Yeah. Counter puncher, counter fighter.
A fucking react fighter is the worst fighter though. You get hit and you automatically gotta hit back. Fighting is technical.
Yeah.
You gotta think.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. Set this nigga up.
Yeah. I had something real quick. It's like right out, but I got something real quick. I didn't want to lose the point. Matthew 13:21. It says, I'm not starting above. It says, but he that received the seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it. It says, yet have he no root in himself, but endure for a moment. It says, for when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like when things come up concerning, you know what I'm saying, the word, you get offended. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, this ain't the truth no more. You know what I'm saying? So,
or you don't understand why you catching hell. You know, I thought I was a prophet. I thought I was a man of the Lord. You know? Oh, wow. Why do? Hey, you know, then you got people, you know, Satan jumping on people around you. You got your woman. Well, I thought you was a man of the Lord. Well, we ain't got the bill money, or, you know, not understanding what this thing is about, man. Coming in that spirit of Job's wife, man. Okay? So, you know, that's what this thing is about. Can a brother go back into that Sirach? This is a couple more scriptures I want you to grab.
Did you finish that part?
Yeah. Okay. This is Sirach 2:2. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
You got to set your heart right, man, which means you got to pretty much get your mind. You got in your mind, you got to say, you know what? When I come into this thing, I'm gonna be going through all type of shit, man. You know what? Cool, man. I want to get delivered, man. I want to get the kingdom, man. That's the type of mind frame you got to have, man. All right, go ahead.
And make haste, make not haste in time of trouble.
Brother, grab 1 Corinthians 10:13, man. Okay, it says, make not haste in the time of trouble, because hey, when we going through things, when that trouble comes before you, man, you have to resort back to the scriptures, man. Okay, and 9 times out of 10, when you make haste, you ain't thinking about the scriptures, man. You doing the first thing that come to your mind, man. Okay, matter of fact, you can grab that, brother.
Going back to my point I was making, you feel me? You was fucking reacting. You feel me? It's like people get fucked up by just fucking reacting.
That's why your coach say don't fight with emotion.
Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as common to men.
Right, because the majority of the things that we go through is common. A lot of these things the Lord put us through in the world, man. And then we come into this truth, he put us through it once because he want to see if we're going to apply this wisdom and knowledge and understanding now that we got it, man. Okay, the Lord saw what he put us through in the world. He said, you know what? Now he has this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So let's see if he applies it, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, but Yahawah is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
And the Lord not just thinking, oh, you know what? I'm going to put this man through tribulation so he can fall out the truth, man. If you're going through something, the Lord know that you're able to bear it, man. He knows that if you're going through something in this truth, man, the Lord and you have to have in your mind, you know what, man, the Lord wouldn't put this on me if I wasn't able to handle it, man. You know, a lot of that, you know, shit that be going on in people's mind be just nothing but spirits, man.
That's like coaches, bro. And like boxing got good coaches and good players. They coaches is on their ass.
Yeah.
Man, what is you know what I'm saying? They on their ass. Like the Lord is with us, bro. We on our ass, bro. That's a good coach, man. You know what I'm saying? So now what is required is to be a good player, man.
They don't let you cheat the steps.
That's it. They don't let you cheat.
It's like,
let's go.
Fuck the easy way out, man. You got to do it right.
You got to go through the position. Hey, keep going on that, bros.
Yeah, okay. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
Hey, that's why you shouldn't make haste in a time of trouble, because the Lord already got the way you're going to escape it set up. You just have to be patient. Okay, when you go into that word patient, it means to suffer. Okay, if you ain't going through nothing, man, and you in this truth and you ain't catching hell and you ain't going through nothing, man, you need to worry about something, man. That's when you need to worry about something, man. Okay, what you about to say, brother?
I got something just a little quick edifying. I could say make not haste in time of trouble. When you make haste in time of trouble, it's a word for that's called impulsive.
Brother.
And this is just a quick
Get in there.
Yeah, it says on the online etymology, the impulsive. This is the impulsive, insane, are often irritable, restless, and jealous. Sometimes they have delusions, and sometimes not. Their delusions frequently seem to have no connection with their outbreaks of violence. They are often the best and at the same time the most dangerous class of patients in the asylums. They have little of the charity of the work. They have little of the charity of the world and are most likely to be punished for their offenses. This is the whole point out of this whole thing. And yet have the least control over their conduct. See, that's what a partial person does. They have no control over how to keep themselves stable and conducted. They have no control over their emotions.
That's right, brother.
It says, 1 Corinthians 10:13, the last little part. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
So here it is. The Lord, He's gonna put you through some things, and also He's gonna give you the way out. That's so like you got it. That's like a person asking you a question, but then giving you the answer to the question. Go ahead, huh?
This is 1 Peter 5:7. So casting all your care for him, for he cared for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist, stand fast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brother that are in the world. So we all going through the same shit.
That's why it's not common. And if, like I said, man, if you in this truth, man, be glad, man. You know, hey, stop being in that woe is me spirit, man. You know, because that shit, man, that's, you know, you have a brother, you know, and good cheers, man. You know, then you come around with that, oh, man, I'm catching hell, man. We all catching hell, man, at different times.
Yep. Same thing that you just went through. I'm in now.
And that's,
I'm in now. He just went through.
And that's beautiful because, and that's why the Lord got it like that, because, hey, even, and that's why, you know, a brother will do a lesson on something, and then here it is, another brother across the whole country, you know, he watching that video, and it's edifying to him, and it heals the brother. It heals his spirit, because he going through that right now, you know? But go back in that Sirach, and then brothers got it from there.
This is Sirach 2:3. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
You got to cleave unto the Lord, man. Okay? You got to cleave unto the Lord no matter what, man. Hey, when you think about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, okay, you know, when they was put in that furnace, man, they cleaved unto the Lord. Okay? When you go into the three holy children, and you can actually hear, see, and read what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was saying when they was in the midst of that fire. They was cleaving unto the Lord.
Because I was gonna say too, impulsiveness is a feminine character trait. Because when you're impulsive, you literally don't think. And
That's a woman.
Right? A woman doesn't have wisdom to apply in times like this. So what's she gonna do? She gonna go off her emotions. The Lord parted to us wisdom and knowledge to understand it. So for us not to apply it is a feminine character. What if they was impulsive, man? They would, oh shit, man, we about to die. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's push it.
Let's get
in. Right. You know what I'm saying? What if
That's right.
Right.
Which is woman.
Which is why the woman got to cleave to the man, because he got.
That's the order. Okay. But keep going on that so the brothers can get what they got.
Sirach 2:3 again. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Just read 4.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
So when you catching hell, man, you're supposed to take it cheerfully, man. You know, I guarantee you, when our forefathers was in those life or death situations, man, they were happy. They were happy. And guess what? Guess what else they understood? And this is pretty much when you go into that word meek, man. You know, knowing that what's laid upon you is the Lord that's doing it, and you accepting it. That's what meek. That's what meek is. And we know that the scripture say, "What the meek shall inherit the earth," man. So that's a humble spirit to be in, man. You know, hey, man. You know, the Lord. I'm only going through this because of the Lord, man. You know.
It will tell you that in the book of Acts. It says the disciples that were happy that they were catching hell. You know what I'm saying? You know, right. You know, you got it.
Sirach 2:4 again. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower
Be
state.
patient when thou art changed to a lower state, man. You gotta suffer it, man. You have to suffer it. Because we know that when the lower state come upon us, we know that blessing is right around the corner, man. We read it throughout the whole scriptures, man. We read how the Lord increased our forefathers, man. Okay.
This Second Peter chapter. I'm gonna let you get back in. Second Peter chapter 1 verse 5. It says, and beside this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness. It says, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. It says, for
and temperance goes into being content. You know what I'm saying? It goes into
self-control.
Yeah, self-control as well.
Yep. It says, if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord YAHWASHI. So yeah, that's the point, bro. We got to add to ourselves, man, because when you read the scriptures, you will see that it was a point in time when YAHWASHI first met, got recruited the disciples. When they first YAHWASHI first recruited the disciples, it was certain acts and certain things they couldn't perform. Why? Because they hadn't been built up. But then they got to a point where they leveled up in the spirit. Then they can cast out certain demons. Then they can heal certain people. Then they can understand and perceive certain things that Yahushua said to them in the beginning that they got later on, even about the reincarnation and things of that nature, bro. So it's just levels. Like the thing is, you gotta continue to grow, bro. You can't be the same person that we was even yesterday. Yeah. You gotta just, obviously, machines. Things take time, but you want to constantly just grow, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, at a point in your life, somebody should see a change in you. Motherfuckers you knew in the world, but they should be like, bro, I don't even, you a whole different person. I'm pretty sure everybody got their own story in here, like, yo, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Yeah, that's talking about that, but go ahead, bro. Yeah. Because the old man got to come forth. If he died daily, then the new man got to come forth. Salakia. The old man got to die, the new man got to come.
Well, you can go back in that Sirach, and the secret action jump down to verse 10, and then we can. Okay.
This is a Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded.
And the generations of old is going into our forefathers, man, which we are our forefathers reincarnated, man. Yeah. For those who can receive it, man. Okay. It says, look at the generations of old and see that ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, man. So when you read these scriptures, man, the Lord never forsook no one who sincerely believed on his name, man. Okay. Even if when you go into stories like in the book of Maccabees about the 7 brothers who was compelled to take swine's flesh, man. Yes, they were put to death, man, but they still won. They still got the victory because that's precious in the eyes of the Lord. The death of his saints, roughly paraphrasing, man. So even when it seemed like they didn't get the victory, hey brother, you grab that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, because people, oh man, they died, but they still won. They died for a righteous cause, man. Why niggas out here dying for George Washington Avenue?
I was gonna say, that's awesome. But it's also too because they knew, because that's the thing though, knowing what you're a part of. Because if you read the story that the brother talked about, they knew why they were getting chastised. They were sinning over and over again because of our sins and because of what they was giving reference to the Lord throughout the whole thing. Meaning they knew what exactly was going on. You see what I'm saying? So that's going back to Sirach 2 and 10, looking at the generations of old. See, that's how we're able to know what exactly is going on, bro. We can learn from our forefathers, we learn from the prophecies and so forth. Therefore, so when the things is brought upon us, bro, we ain't all over here knocking. You know what I'm saying?
See the things that were written before time, before our learning.
Right. And I was going to make the point. Right. You're right. No, because I wanted the first thing to come out. Yeah, no, but it's just like brothers that got children, you know what I'm saying, and a wife, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's inherently engraved into you. Like if somebody try to fucking do something to them, I'm ready to kill for them or die for them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Looking at your children like, man, bro, you know what I'm saying? Right. You feel me? Right. It's just it's like you don't even think about it. It's like, bro, let a motherfucker wood. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like for real. It's like that's that type of love and just like overprotective spirit that you got when you have children and a wife, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
which goes into what I was talking to a brother earlier about about because y'all actually said what we was talking about when we opened the lesson, talking about the championship and everything. Literally said that word for word to one of the brothers, and but what you just said, because of that, when you go into a championship, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, this, I'm talking about
right. I was looking for that water.
No, you good. When you go into it, like, just what I'm trying to make is that because what you just said about the husband, you said something about the children,
the husband protecting the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just kicks in. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have made a point when we was talking about earlier on camera about the championship, the playoffs, the truth, the kingdom, being the championship and so forth. But and actually too, the times we're about to get ready to go into. Okay, it's the final state, meaning like the championship too. Yeah. Like it's the final moment of our captivity. Taking trouble. So right now, the spiritual training that we getting, Lord willing, we are that number. It's just gonna be second nature from all the things that we read and study and we constantly embedded into our spirit. It's just gonna be activated. The Lord is gonna be able to activate it during that time. It ain't gonna be, oh, what I gotta do. We ain't gonna be thinking like that.
We're rehearsing right now.
Exactly.
And we rehearsing.
That's
for
it.
perfection.
That's it.
Okay.
So like it kind of was all over. I was trying to get the water. You got it out.
Direct to intent again. It says, look at the generations of old and see that any ever trusted in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken.
Hey, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man, they were through in the furnace. Okay. And guess what, man? Hey, YAHWASHI appeared in the midst of that furnace and protected them. Hey, saved them, delivered them. Hey, YAHWASHI, he delivers, man. Okay. And guess what? Those who threw them in the furnace, they were taken by that fire. Okay. So, hey, that's a perfect example, man. They kept their integrity. They kept their faith, and even though death was presented before them, man, and the Lord delivered them, man. That's a part of that temptation, man.
Yeah, that's why it's important. First and foremost, when you're going through stuff, especially stuff that's like, that hit home. When you're going through stuff, it's important to make the scriptures your crutch. Yeah. Not alcohol, not those things that's coping mechanisms to the flesh, man. You want to have to cope with your spirit, because in that day of trouble, when you going 10 times, when shit get worse, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna have it. Now you feeling for a drink. Now you feeling for this, that, and the third. Guess what's not there? But the scripture's always gonna be here. And if you always reverted back to it to cope with your spirit through these tribulations, when you go through Jacob's trouble, that's what's gonna come out. That's what's gonna pour out. That's what you're gonna reenact, the scripture.
Hey, the scriptures will be your addiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Instead of damn alcohol and drugs, man. Yeah. These scriptures is your addiction. You know?
You are what you eat.
Feeding for it.
You are what you eat. I just saw the title last night. Or somebody said in the chat, or I saw the title, I can't remember, where it said something about like control your lust or something like that. I think a brother posted it in the chat. That you saw that? It said something about a brother should be controlling whatever lust you're dealing with, tapping into it and controlling it, man. Cause you got cause look, man, we in fucking Babylon, bro. Excuse my Swahili, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're in Babylon, so you do have little situations, but that's what this is. This is training. We're training on how to perfect our spirit, man. All right, and for the times to come, that's mainly what we're training for too, because so we can endure that big temptation, the hour of temptation. It's called the hour of temptation, bro. All right, and because we know what we are part of, we can properly prepare. If I don't know what I'm a part of, how can I prepare for it? You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick one from what my eyes said. You go to 1 Corinthians 16, you mentioned the word addicted. 1 Corinthians 16 and 15, it says, I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanus. It says that it is the first fruits of Achia, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints, man. So you gotta, bro, this has to eventually be a point where this is your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You get up, like boom, you pray, you know what I'm saying? You link with brothers, you hit the chat, I'm about to get it, like precept, but like it's just that's your life.
Because when you deal with crackheads or drug users, when they wake up, the first thing they thinking about is drugs.
Right.
Everything that they do is trying to get $1 so they can obtain that drug, man, to fix their
that fix.
to get that so they can cope.
Yeah.
Everything they do, man, it's always thinking about $1 so they can get that drug, man. That's how. Hey, you supposed to wake up, think about this,
bro, and that's how you know we addicted to it, bro. Because like I said, we get off work, bro. Brothers do a 10-hour, 12-hour shift, and you still got energy to do a video. You still, bro, you just zeal, bro. You passionate. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. I was gonna add to both points because even when we wake up in the morning, the first thing brothers do is pray, and showing you that the Lord is on our mind as soon as we wake up.
Then salute brothers.
Yeah, right.
And then we salute brothers. So that's still the Lord on our mind, man. Because I got the etymology of addict or addicted. Both of them. It says one of them said addicted says delivered over. It says damn, where's it at? It says self-addicted from the notion of give over or reward. It's a dependent. So we're dependent on this, man. There's no other way. We're dependent on this, bro. This is our hope. This is nothing else. Because if this wasn't here, it would be no hope. All right, it will be nothing. It will be nothing. We'd just be consumed, bro. This is what we all have. This is the only thing we have in this life, bro. It's the scriptures.
And I was gonna say too, another thing. When people see that, you know, especially with addicts and stuff like that, people pick up on that and they deal with you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, they try to get over on you because they know you're vulnerable because you're addicted to this one thing. If they present it to you, you'll be willing to do anything. Well, people deal with us a certain way because they see that we have the scriptures and the wisdom and knowledge. They don't just do anything like they would treat a regular person, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now people deal with us differently, you know, in a respective way, man. Why? Because that standard is on us, man.
Yeah, and then you go into this word addict. It says to devote or give up oneself to a habit or occupation. You know, and this is
we gave ourselves up. Made our bodies a living sacrifice, man.
Yeah. Yep. We're making our bodies a living sacrifice, man, so that YAHWASHI can dwell in us, man. Because the brothers quoted earlier, I believe, that we decrease so that he can increase. That's a part of that sacrifice. Because in order for us to decrease, we have to sacrifice things that we would like to do on a daily, like family time and going here and there and doing this and that. That's a sacrifice, bro.
Right, because like, bro, think about it, bro. Like brothers been getting heavy into these studies in the morgue. You know, I'm pretty sure all over the four corners. You know? But it's like, bro, think about it, bro. Like, how long it took brothers to go through the Daniel 11th chapter, bro? Hours, bro.
Yeah.
So you might have had to do something, but bro, that took 3 or 4 hours of your life. So you're like, damn, I can't even do this. I got to study this. That's how it is throughout the ministry, bro. Like the reason why Paul was in the ministry for 30, damn near 40 plus years is because it takes so long to get all this, bro. Like I said, how many each brother got their own testimony, bro? It might have been a night where you was up for hours, bro, and you just read one chapter, bro. You read one chapter, and you like, bro,
You planned on reading 10 or something.
Yeah, right. You planned on reading 3, 4 chapters. You read one chapter, that took them there 2 hours. We like, wow, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's a words,
but that's how this ministry is, bro. You dedicated, bro. Because somebody that's not dedicated to say you like, I ain't about to just take 2 hours. No, I'm good. I'm good.
It said devoted.
You're right. And when you devoted to something, you taking time out your life, bro, to actually get to understand it, bro. Yeah. And these niggas don't want to do it, man. Yeah. The 2/3 people that walk past the camp, when we tell them, like, look, bro, all you got to do is go look up the video, study. They don't want to. They don't want to do the footwork. So why the hell the Lord deal with you, man? Yeah, come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 58, verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, then thou shalt delight thyself in the Lord, man. And the scriptures, all throughout the scriptures, it talks about delighting yourself in the Lord, and how the Lord will reward you when you do that. How do you do that? By sustaining from your own pleasures, by sustaining from your own words what you want to do, and doing what the Lord wants you to do, man. You know what I'm saying? and especially on high holy days, especially. Go ahead.
No, Jay, you got it. I was gonna say, putting your wants and needs to the side.
Right, because that's denying yourself. The scriptures talk about denying yourself and taking up the Lord's cross, man. Because if it's about what you want to do and all this, then the third, you know what I'm saying? Then the Lord would give us over to the lust of our flesh and the pleasure of the shit we want to do. A lot of the times you want to do something, the Lord keeps showing you, no, this is not what I want you to do. And you try to force the spirit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, bro, that's right. Yeah,
This is bring that back real quick.
Sirach 2 and 10, look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded.
Right. That's why it's important to read the scriptures, man, because this is our history, our forefathers, stuff like this. That's why the elders is big on eating the whole roll and getting an understanding, because it's important that we know these testimonies of our forefathers.
Yeah, because Yahawashi said, I'm written in the volume of the book, and it's written of me. Yeah. So when you read, I mean, that's something with Yahweh. Always the spirit. So, but when you read, that's you getting closer to Yahawashi, man.
Right.
You constantly read it over and over again. That's you constantly going on dates, and that's constant that conversation and that constant relationship building.
Because you want the Lord to deal with you 100% right? So that you got to deal with the Lord. A lot of times, damn, why the Lord deal with that brother? Like, why the Lord give him that stuff? How come the Lord don't deal with me like that? Well, 9 times out of 10, that's just his lot. You know, but mainly it's because you're not chasing after the Lord, how the Lord chasing after you, man.
Bro, King David, bro, it's a scripture in Psalms. King David said, I follow hard after the Lord, bro. You feel me? I think it's Psalm 78.
I got something real quick. This Revelations 3 and 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me.
Right. And how do you get to the door? Because the door is what Yahawashi. That's in the book of John. You know what I'm saying? But how do you get to the door? Somebody got to lead you to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which Apostle Thor, he actually mentioned in the recent video. He said, we lead you to the door, which is Yahawashi, pursuant to the book of John. You know what I'm saying? And then the Lord, if the Lord sees you worthy, he will at least crack it open for you. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of see, like, what's going on in there. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he started opening it up more and more. Then you just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Then he sup with you, bro. Because supping is a part, like when you at home reading your scriptures, you might not never heard the apostles bring that out. But then you read it like, man, damn, that's what I'm about to. And then, bro, like, but that's the thought that came to your soul. You're like, oh, you like, man, this.
Because you watch a video later on, and
right? Then they go into it. You like, man, I do that. Bro, you like, whoa, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also going to take the mind, because it's keep bringing it back.
This Revelations chapter 3, verse 20, it said, behold, I stand at the door and knock.
That's why he said, I knock, because Yahweh, because it goes into your mind, because Yahweh, because I want to say it right. So he said, I stand at the door and knock. So when that's us reading, you know what I'm saying? That's us supping with these scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Him coming to our mind. So we have to, that's us allowing, I don't want to say allowing, that's why I want to say that, us allowing the Lord, but for edification's sake, that's us allowing him in, if you will. Like,
because two-thirds of our people not allowing the Lord in.
Exactly. I didn't want to say it, but it sounded weird. But yeah,
they how shall open the door a little bit, then they shut it. They don't want to see how it shall.
Exactly. They don't allow him to feed them. You know what I'm saying? Going into the mind, giving you that wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Which ultimately is connected to that spirit. So ultimately giving you that spirit so that you can live, man. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Reading on, it says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Right. Yeah, the Lord ain't never despised nobody who called upon him in truth and sincerity, man. Right. Hey, you know?
Yep. Right. You got some people that just call on the Lord whenever they feel like, you know what I'm saying, whenever they're going through some shit. Yeah, right. They'll never consider the Lord, but now they're going through some, now they want to, call on the Lord, man.
Hey, that again goes back to the conversation that the brothers had earlier. Matthew, because I thought two scriptures are Matthew 7, right? And he should say, Lord, have we did this, we did cast out devils, we did this, done in your name. the Lord's going to say, "Depart from me, you spirit of iniquity, I know you're not." And then also the scripture talk about in their affliction they shall seek me early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you need the Lord, like here you go, you put the Lord on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told the brother earlier, if you put something on the shelf, if I put a mug or something on the shelf, I know it's there, but throughout my day I forget it's there until I need it. And now I'm trying to, like we were talking about the herbs. I got a cabinet full of herbs. And when I get sick, now I go to the herbs. But I wasn't taking them all through weeks and shit. Now I want to go to the herbs and try. Like that's stupid, bro. The Lord not going to.
The Lord said, "Remember not thy creator in the days that I used, while the evil days come not." Man. You know what I'm saying?
I got one. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever thing were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Hey, I want to say this, man. You know, these scriptures ain't just here for nothing, man. You know, they're not. These, you know, they ain't just here. Our forefathers didn't write these scriptures, you know, just for no reason. Right. Just for the heck of, you know what? Just for the heck of, just put this right here, just cause. No, man, they were written for us, man. That's why the scriptures say, send the Holy Spirit unto me, and I shall write all these things that have been done in the world, which man shall find thy help in the later days, that they may live, roughly paraphrasing, man.
Bro, they do make the Bible like it's just a regular book to read. They put it in a hotel room,
like a novel or something.
Yeah, like here's the night. Yeah, like it's just supposed to be a book to read from the library or something, bro. That's all, bro. And then on top of that, just said, remember things written aforetime, they were written for our learning. So when we go into reading the stories of our forefathers, how they overcame different situations, how they fell, and what the Lord, it's all that we going through now. We can read in the scriptures, bro. That's why this book still lives, because it's still applied today. I can go into this book and oh snap, and now I just went through that, and now I know how to get over it. I know what prayers to pray. The prayers we pray come from the scriptures, man. Like, come on, bro.
Jake can tell you I don't believe that, but meanwhile he catching hell. Everything that the prophecy said you gonna go through, you going through it, bro.
Right,
meanwhile you say you don't believe in it.
That's living.
What are you talking about, man? Why your dad ain't in your life? Why your woman being a slut, man? Why your kids hate you,
bro?
Why Esau ruling over you? Those questions that can be answered in the scriptures.
And this book also, it gives you the answers to your problems,
That's what I'm saying, bro. It said
comforts you, man.
But according to Hebrews 4 and 1 and 2, man, it said the same word that was preached unto us, roughly paraphrased, was preached unto them, but not being mixed with faith, bro. If we speaking these words, but if you don't believe it, then it don't even. It's like it don't matter, bro.
It has to come with faith.
Yes,
it's synonymous. It works together, man.
Bro, when YAHWASHI healed people, bro, he asked them, bro, before he did it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe I can do this? And some of it, they was like, "Con, Lord," you know what I'm saying? Then boom, it happened, bro. If the Lord don't deal with no faithless person, man.
Yeah, when he healed the dude with the blind under eyes, you know,
the woman,
he said, "Your faith has made me whole." You know what I'm saying? So it all goes back to the faith, man, and that goes back to knowing what we are part of.
Bro, if I can just add one more thing, because, bro, like, would you want to rock with somebody, bro, that don't got faith in you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit, bro, on any level, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't really, cause that mean you don't trust me. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm cool on you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Do anything against you.
Right, bro. Yeah, right. That's another thing. So when you really look at that from another standpoint, when YAHWASHI was asking people that, he wanted to know, like, do you trust me, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell you, like, bro, like, we going out, you say you ain't got no money, bro, I got you.
Right.
Don't worry about the shit, bro. If I tell you I got you, bro. That's how YAHWASHI was, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because YAHWASHI said, he said, when I was calling Matthew 7, he said, I never knew you. Because when it comes down to it, comes down to like some type of form of familiarity. You know,
because it means to know someone means to be acquainted with.
Exactly. So, like if I like, for example, if I bet on the game, I have some degree I became acquainted to that. Like, say if I bet on LeBron that he was going to get 36 points to get the record or whatever. That means that I've been a fan. I've been studying LeBron. I know his game. I've been familiar with him, even though he's not obviously with me. But you get the point. I've been familiar with.
Feel comfortable,
right? So now I have faith. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm familiar with. So we're getting familiar with YAHWASHI, man. I got one more.
Yeah, we're gonna close it here. You go after that.
Oh, okay. This is
you got some brother, another brother got one more to close on for that.
This is
Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this one first. This is 2nd Ezra 7:12. It says, Then were the interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the interests of the elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit.
Right, bro. Basically, like when you look at how the world had it set up before, bro, it was basically it was peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything, because you know what I'm saying, when you live by the ways of YAHWASHI, the Lord would basically do things for you to increase you, to help you, you know what I'm saying, and aid you. But since our people been sinning left and right, the Lord basically departed from us. And then it tell you that in Genesis the 6th chapter, he said, "My spirit shall no longer dwell with man." So like when you look at this world now you got to toil for everything. Everything is like, oh shit, I gotta work for everything. You get sweated, right? That's in Genesis as well. Like, and, so that's what it's talking about, man.
Now it's the way it got real narrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not broad like it. It said, if then they that labor, right, meaning to study or work, if then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, because that study and that work goes into the faith. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that, the faith, and it goes into when he was reading Sirach 2 and 10. You know what I'm saying? It says, if then they that labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. So it's impossible not to believe in the Most High. Because if you don't believe in the Most High, the only way you have is death. That's why he said you're not going to get the things laid up for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to Matthew 7:14, it says, I'm going to start at 13, it's enter ye in the straight gate, right? For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat.
And the scripture say, "For not a multitude to do evil." You know, that's that way to destruction.
Right. So in order to get the prize that we're looking for, just like any fucking thing in life, working out, a woman, relationships, you have to work so that you get the reward. That's the straight gate. That's the difficult path in order to get the greater prize. It says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So that's what we ought to be on. We're on that straight and narrow path that you said earlier, that tunnel vision. We're on that one track. We only got that one track mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Which goes back to us knowing what we're a part of and having faith in it, because we know what we're a part of through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI, because we're able to go into this book and relate to the book. And we go into the book and read about our forefathers and how they overcame, and when they fell into this, they called upon the Lord and they did this, and they fall. Oh damn, I just did the same thing.
You you playing around with your salvation.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't take this thing serious, you playing around with your salvation.
Right.
The Lord could bug your ass out before all this happened, then fucking destroy you, bro.
Right.
And you actually want that to happen? No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be on point, man. You might your ass up.
Hey, so we hope this was edified. We want to end giving all praise, honor, and glory to
YAHWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
double honors to the apostle, the elders, the great millstone, and will. Blessings and safety to the men, women, and children that believe on the name YAHWASHI, YAHWASHI. Truth and sincerity. Keep up hope. We almost on.
Corey,